What's up, Internet? We are here because I'm making a lot of noise because I didn't mute my monitor properly. My apologies. We're here in Soulcalibur 2 because I haven't started my review this week. Even though this is called Soulcalibur 2, and I'm going to press the stream button so that I actually know what I'm doing and not look like a complete dumbass. We are here in Soulcalibur 2 for my review, because I haven't started that yet. Press Y, let's do that. Yes, please. Even though this isn't technically the second Soulcalibur game, because math is hard, I believe this is actually, like, the fourth one, because it started with, like, Soul Blade, Soul Edge, Soulcalibur, Soulcalibur 2, so this is technically the fourth game, as I understand. This is the one that's probably also the most noteworthy, for obvious reasons, if you know this game. This is the original Soulcalibur game that featured cameo characters, which has since become a thing this series does a lot for reasons. But, of course, this was a game that came out on multiple systems, so each system had a different cameo character. If you had the PlayStation version, you got Yoshimitsu from Tekken, which kind of makes sense, seeing as this is sort of like medieval sword fighters, and that was a sort of samurai character. This is the GameCube version, which is of course the must-have version, because Link, obviously, and again, kind of fits, seeing as he's sort of like a medieval European sword fighter. Okay. If I recall, the Xbox version had Todd McFarlane's Spawn, because reasons. I still don't understand how that makes any logical sense, but I'm bad at fighting games. This is going to be a giant train wreck, I'm sure. But on the bright side, at least I get to finally play this game. I've wanted to play this for a long time, and thank you to my lovely girlfriend for trading this to me. I finally actually get to experience it. And Soulcalibur was a pretty big deal, especially, you know, the previous iteration. It was kind of the... And it's not the first, but it was kind of the first console fighting game that was a port of an arcade game that was pretty much arcade perfect. In fact, the arcade version had more stuff than the console version on the Dreamcast had more stuff than the arcade version. But, of course, it wasn't the first that was technically arcade perfect. That would be, well, there was a couple, like, NES ports of stuff, and, of course, there was pretty much any fighting game on the Sega Saturn that used the RAM expansion. They were pretty damn close. And of course the Dreamcast in general just had so much that made it awesome. Which is why I really need to get some more Dreamcast games and potentially get my Dreamcast fixed. I know it kinda works, but I don't like the fact it doesn't close and both buttons are stuck down. And I'm gonna make a bunch of gross slurping sounds because I need hydration. My apologies again. But yeah, Soulcalibur 2. It's a thing that happened at one point. And I'm going to make a complete ass of myself because I'm just terrible at fighting games. So, I think Weapon Master was a thing where, yeah, you advance by collecting weapons. I think that's interesting. I'm going to have to try that at some point. But let's just start with Arcade Original, just so I can sort of get my feet in the water here. And of course, since this is the GameCube version, I believe I am obligated to play Link, at least for a little bit. So, God, I'm the worst at fighting games. Fighting games are just terrible. This sort of happened, of course, in that giant period of time where I stopped playing fighting games in between 1996 and, like, 2012. Oh, hey, I got a throw in. That was neat. I'm betting the game was giving me that victory. Go team. I don't think that's the same voice actor as Ocarina. Sounds a little too light in terms of the octaves of his voice and stuff. I'm pretending I understand how sound works. That was kind of cool. Gotta admit, there's a huge number of abilities in here. Is it really? Huh. Ah. If I recall, this is like the game you can knock people off ledges and get insta-kills into. But this is... It's not the first, but it's sort of one of the more prominent weapon-based fighting games. I know Bushido Blade came out first. That's a game I gotta review at some point. I played the ever-living shit out of Bushido Blade. It was one of the few PS1 games I ever owned. Alright, there we go. I'm not sure how long I'm going to play this for, but I figure we could probably get an hour in. At least.
His gentle eyes reveal a man of strong will.
These intro texts, or the narration is just kind of awkward.
No other way?
Probably not.
One, fight. You're mine.
Ha! That's how I do. Gotta admit, it looks quite nice. Looks like some kind of parry. Fan of the bow staff, are you? Oh, it's this guy, the guy with guitars that crawls around like a spider. This guy was creepy. He also has a giant codpiece. I remember that from the other game I played in this series too. I've only ever played 2 Soulcalibur games. I want to play this one because Link, obviously, and I played, what was it, 5 because Ezio. And that's the extent. I remember 5 had a terrible story mode as well, where I got to make fun of Yuri Lowenthal copiously. Hey, bow. Or boomerang. Oh, that was embarrassing. This guy moves around so creepy. I think there's like a stance he can take where he like crawls around on his back. I gotta admit, the fighting flows really nicely. Ha! Yes, please. Interesting. How would I go about using them? Because bombs, arrows, and boomerang would be useful on call. Oh. Okay, well that was a thing. Interesting, so it seems like these specials are mapped to the X. Somehow. Oh, let's not get knocked into the water. Sound effects. Gotta admit, Link looks really nice in this game.
Versus Taki. She raises her swords to strike down demons.
Nice area. There's a command list, okay. HHHU. Forward A. This is a lot of stuff. I am not going to be able to do like any of this. See, that's the thing about me in fighting games. I can maybe punch, kick, and if I'm lucky, jump. I'm not so good at special attacks. He's also a character from Bushido Blade. And also, I think, Tenchu Stealth Assassin, but I never played that game. I want to. Looks good. And I like stealth games. I did that in a Ball of Burn. That was fun. Just knock them down when they're done. Like that, really. I gotta admit, this game looks amazingly good for GameCube.
Versus Maxi. His soul burns violently for vengeance.
For vengeance and destiny and swords and malarkey. Because Soulcalibur. Oh. Seems like there's lots of different, like, movement. Like, every single, like, combo I've been able to do, I found, like, little ways around other enemy attacks. So it seems like a lot of movement in this game has been really well thought through. Well, that throw is mean. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm digging this. Certainly a very good fighting game, it seems. I can see why it's so well thought of by people. You know, I think a lot of people just think this is, you know, that one fighting game that Link was in, but I think there's a lot of validity to it being legitimate. And of course, the fact that we're up to Soulcalibur like 6 at this point with The Witcher in it or whatever. That is a terrible voice. I think it definitely speaks volumes about how good the series is. And it's not just a matter of, you know, fans going crazy over their favorite characters cameoing in there. But I think it's a good way to get people in the door. I mean, that's certainly why I played the 5th one, just because Ezio was in it, really. And why I wanted to play this one, because Link is in it. Ooh. All right.
Battle 2, fight.
Oh. Oh.
Just as I thought. Final battle. Fight.
It's not the final battle if we tie. Oh, the blocking this guy's got. Oh, that was depressingly bad.
You lose. Pretentious fool. 9.
Let's try that again.
Battle 1. Fight. No use.
And there does seem to be like full 3-dimensional movement in here. It's not relative to your teammate. Or your teammate, your opponent. I do like that kick. Oh, that was a hit you wouldn't want to take. Oh.
Battle 2. Fight.
Hmm. Ah, I got close. But he bested my mighty boot. Let's try again.
Battle 1. Fight.
He's got a good defense. Alright, let's try again. Oh. Oh no. Ha! Projectiles. Ugh, that was tricky.
Versus Raphael. Watch quietly and learn.
Skipping breakdancing Link. Okay. I recognize that song. Mighty boot. I do appreciate the fencing rapier does appear to be designed more for defensive combat and parrying. Oh, that's me. Boot to the face. I should shut his smug face up for a bit. Actually, come to think of it, I actually played one other Soulcalibur. I played the weird adventure game on the Wii that had Lloyd cameo. That game was bad.
Final battle. Fight.
Ooh, okay. Second form. Well, at least I can see what I'm doing. Alright. We're still swapping weapon styles. Ah. And the weapons he picks are randomized too. Interesting. So he's probably just taking the AI pattern with the corresponding character. Means this could be a problem for me. Ah, yeah. I got all night. Let's go. Boomerang to the face. Easy enough. Ah, so close that time. Come on. Oh god. Oh, that was close. But then realized said evil had nothing to do with Hyrule and had no idea why he was here in the first place. Hooray, unlockables. Let's see what that weapon master thing was all about, because that seemed interesting to me. I'm betting I'm the top of that because ooh, extra arcade, ooh, museums. Yeah, no, let's do that weapon master thing and see what that's all about. That seems like the just tagline of this entire series. Okay, in Weapon Master mode, press start to open command menu. Various controls, got it. It's possible to change select a character in Weapon Master mode. Character chooses up to you. Okay. Let's collect a bounty of different weapons. Interesting. I like secrets. Yeah, we'll stick with Link. Alright.
Versus Mitsurugi. The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword. Don't cry. Final battle. Fight.
Press A to perform horizontal attack.
Perfect.
Okay, so they're gonna give you like a little tutorial too, that's cool.
Fight.
Press B.
Perfect.
That's not B, that's Y.
Fight. Perfect.
Ah, G.
Perfect. Fight. Perfect.
Okay, I will say control pad to move, that's awkward at least. Press A, G, or B, G to throw your opponents. Okay, so... Okay. And seeing as it's a fighting game, you will always be close, so always throw is what it's saying. You can repel or parry the opponent by pressing guard with the right and left at the right time. I'm gonna have to walk into that. There we go. That's gonna be a little bit of a tricky one. Last lesson is soul charge. You can gather strength by praying A, B, and K, so...
Perfect. Perfect.
Alright. New features! Practice modes. That could be useful for me. But I'm on a time limit to get as much footage as I can, so let's keep moving forward. Having completed your basic training, you travel to the advanced proving grounds. Okay. Some extra story nonsense.
Watched over by the Almighty Ones, they unleash their fury.
Is this win the fight?
Fight.
Oh. One. Okay, I get a little bit of health back. That's nice.
Here I come!
Battle 2. Fight.
Trying to grab. Why won't you let me grab? Ah. got some experience. Now, what is the value of experience in gold, though?
Versus Helik. Battle 1. Fight.
What do we got next?
Battle 2. Fight.
Grab and throw. Whoop. All right.
You win. So, you want me to knock you out? Final battle.
Nice hair. Alright, there we go. Do more training.
The Almighty Ones have granted you a sword. Final battle. Fight.
Yeah, you can drown. Works for me. New area has appeared. We're gonna have to travel all over this map. There's gonna be lots to this.
Versus Voldo.
Yeah, this guy's creepy. Land 20 hits and survive. Interesting. Do I... I'm gonna have to rely on that one attack if I want to do as many. Yeah. Okay. So it's a matter of just hitting him as fast as I can with that one move. Hold on, what was that? Character select. Shop. Let's see what's in the shop. Tonfa. Interesting. Lots of different weapons. Okay, let's try again.
Versus Voldo. No. Final battle. Fight.
20. Still need more. Oh god. Aw. That was bullshit. I had that one. Hey, class up. Does that actually benefit me in any way, shape, or form? Do I get more health or damage or something?
Versus Voldo. The final battle. Fight.
Ow. There we go. That's kind of neat. Different missions have like sort of different challenges and stuff. That's actually really clever. I like that. Alright, so what's this mission? Defeat the enemy under these conditions. Okay.
Final battle. Fight.
Yes, because that's what I wanted. Not, you know, throw him off the immediate edge or anything. Alright, there we go. Hey, we leveled up again. On to the new stage. Navigate through enemy-infested dungeon and defeat the boss. Interesting. So every room is going to be like a different sort of mini-fight. Interesting.
I'm through with words.
Final battle. Fight.
That's funny. I like that. Just juggle your dead opponent. No big deal. I'm imagining the branches will eventually branch out and there'll be like optional paths and secrets and stuff, probably. Do I get health back? Yes, I do. I do like how quick you can make a fight in this game. This room looks special.
Versus Yoshimitsu.
I thought he was exclusive to the PlayStation version. Maybe it was someone else. Or I'm thinking of a different version, maybe.
Final battle. Fight.
That's never not going to be fun. New features. Hooray! Yoshimitsu now selectable. Cool. Alright, plots. You cannot hold your footing at any edge. Defeat the enemy with a ring out. Interesting. Okay. Who?
Fate Final battle. Fight.
I like how many different grabs there are. This is kind of impressive. Why won't you die? Worth it. That was an interesting enemy. He might be fun to play as. Ooh, interesting. Temple or gambling den? Well, clearly we have to go here. I think that just goes without saying. Oh, it's this asshole again. So don't get knocked to the ground. Or alternatively, knock my opponent to the ground. It's that mode from Dead or Alive where there were mines on the ground. Oh, I'm liking this game. This is fun. Let's see where this one goes. Throws are more effective? I can work with that. It's this guy again. No, I will keep throwing you because they are most effective, apparently. Oh crap, we're running out of time too. Gotta admit, love the challenges. This makes it a lot more interesting than just defeat an enemy. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I kind of get bored with fighting games, is they just get very, very samey very quickly. Oh, now we're getting some, like, swapped routes. Interesting. Subchapter. Ooh, I like treasure. Four stars. This is going to be tricky. Booby-trapped dungeon. Intriguing. But treasure. I like treasure.
Now, two souls are fierce.
Oh, that's this guy. With his big axe.
Final battle. Fight.
Ow. Not much health on him. Must be because he's just a generic enemy. Oh, but man, does he hit like a truck. Oh, ouch. Shut down in the first fight. That's depressing.
What? Final battle. Fight.
Okay, he has half health from the start. That explains some things. You're bad and you should feel bad, especially because you beat me last time. Onward! For glory and riches.
A hero desires a sword. Final battle.
Hey, it's this guy again. Hey, this guy again. my god. Gets up a lot faster than I would have ever given him credit for. Ouch. We shall try again. For it is our destiny of fate and swords and malarkey, or whatever the plot was on about.
Fate.
And soul.
Final battle. Fight.
I do quite like that slide kick. And I mean, it doesn't send you back to the start should you fail, which I appreciate because I'm bad.
Now. Final battle. Fight.
Ow. Ow. Again.
Final battle. Fight.
No, Link, you're supposed to throw him off the edge. We talked about this. Like that. And then go for a victory lap in the water.
Entrust your final battle. Fight.
Now this guy's got full health and I don't. And if I hit the ground, I take some damage. Okay, now we're stepping up the game. Okay. Let's see if we can beat this guy. Weapon Master. Interesting. So this guy's kind of like the leader of the other guys, I guess. Ow. He was sad that I kicked the ass of all of his weak underlings. So he decided to level the playing field and give me half health this time. Well, that's fine.
The fighters' final battle. Fight.
Come on. Yep, we're just gonna keep grabbing him. That seems like the most effective thing we've got. Don't you have a hook shot? Can't you, like, grapple people from a distance or something, Link? Come on, you're the guy who has all the items.
What? Final battle. Fight.
Victory!
The final battle. Fight.
Okay, so now we're back to fighting underlings, I guess. But I'm now weaker. Interesting. Okay. So we're just permutating the same fight over and over, but because of that, it keeps it fresh. I kind of appreciate that. Like, it's kind of annoying that, you know, it's more or less the same fight over and over, but the fact that there's so many different ways to approach the same fight, at the very least, makes it sort of a consistently new challenge, more or less. Oh, split paths. More experience, more money, more prizes.
The Almighty One. Final battle. Fight.
Alright, well now we're fighting on even terms. Oh. Oh. So busy trying not to fall into the drink, I got KO'd.
The final battle. Fight.
That's never not going to be fun, too.
The final battle. Fight.
I don't know how Link hit himself there. He was clearly behind him. Crunch. I also like the crunch in his elbow when he does that. I'm guessing I don't get experience because this is not a main chapter or something. It's interesting. I definitely could find this mode to be really addictive. It's like a fighting game, but also an adventure. More loot for me.
Watched over. Final battle. Fight.
Crunch. That's how you win a fight real quick.
Final battle. Fight.
Mighty boot. Ooh. Hidden rooms.
The fighters. Final battle. Fight.
You have more health than me, but I've got sparkles. And I don't know what that means, but maybe it's a good thing, possibly. Hey, new feature. Hey, we got a rapier for Raphael. Shame I'm not using him.
A hero. Final battle. Fight.
Oh, oh, that was mean. It's nice that you still get like a little bit of a cash reward, even if you lose. It's like, oh, you lost, but you know, it wasn't a complete waste of time either.
Final battle. Fight.
And it's not a matter of, oh, you lost, we'll just give you the win anyway. Which Nintendo seems to be really fond of doing nowadays for some reason. I kind of like this whole dungeon exploring mode.
Final battle. Fight.
bites can go really quick too, which is kind of an interesting way to approach it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Bushido Blade, of course, where you could take out your opponent in one hit.
Fate conspired to arrange their
Invisible enemy. Interesting.
fight.
It means judging the distance on him becomes a lot harder. Not impossible, mind you, but it's a little trickier. But if you use the weapon as a point of reference, you kind of have an idea of where you need to go. And also you could just do that. You need to bring your lens of truth, man, that's all I'm saying.
Now, final battle, fight.
I wonder how many different permutations and like challenges this game can provide in this mode. Because, I mean, I've only been playing this mode for like, what, maybe half an hour now? It's still giving me new ideas and concepts for challenges and stuff. It's very impressive.
Final battle, fight.
Even basic attacks have multiple permutations. There's a lot in this game. And of course everything seems to be based around movement. And there appears to be sort of like ways to get around every sort of attack if you just understand how to position yourself and how to attack through it. I mean, I'm hardly a fighting game expert. I'm awful at fighting games. I'm sure that's very apparent, but you know, I definitely see that whole sort of strategy, quote-unquote, frame counting nonsense. I could see how that would be relevant in this game, and I kind of understand. That's not something I can say about a lot of fighting games. Like, I get people getting good at fighting games and doing stuff like that, but this is one of the fighting games where I think it's more apparent. Readily apparent, anyway. Hey, more split paths.
A hero. Final battle, fight.
I can't believe I've been doing this for an hour. That's surprising to me. I gotta admit, this sort of adventure mode is pretty engrossing, though. I definitely think I'm gonna have to, like, stream more tomorrow for more footage, certainly, but I mean, honestly, it's a fighting game. You could probably get everything you need out of it in like 15 minutes, but this one's just really that damn fun. I gotta be real careful with this guy. He's got a lot of health, and I do not. Oh, I had a moment where I could take him out too. But I want to finish this dungeon at least before I'm done for the night.
Watch. Final battle, fight.
Oh. Ouch. I'm not good at playing defensively. I need to get him on the ground.
The final battle, fight.
Okay. So close. It's all about positioning. Or not getting hit, but he's got such a huge weapon.
Fate. Final battle, fight.
Thought I could projectile spam. At least I know how to pull the boomerang out, kind of. It's like A and X and back, and that kind of sort of works.
The final battle. Fight.
Ow. Oh. There we go. Blind luck, but I will take that victory.
The fighters' final battle. Fight.
Okay, now at least I have some health. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's try something else, like grabbing instead of throwing the boomerang.
The almighty final battle. Fight.
You don't want me grabbing you. I can see why. Woo! Is this another boss room?
Versus Berserker.
S Guardian.
Final battle. Fight.
Oh, he's got a lot of health and I don't. Got some experience even though I lost to him though, so I'm guessing he's just a higher level enemy. Interesting.
Versus Berserker. A hero. Final battle. Fight.
It's interesting that like the skins appear to be kind of sort of randomized. Oh, what the heck? There's an earthquake permutation? You know what this kind of reminds me of, actually, is, what was it, Test Your Luck in Mortal Kombat 9? That mode was ridiculously fun, and I'm getting a lot of vibes from that, and I appreciate that. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get, and it's awesome. Ha! There we go. New feature unlocked. Aw, yeah. Plus, I'm now level 6. Extra Team Battle Mode has been unlocked. There's lots to this game. Impressive. No, I had more rooms to explore. Aw, it's gone. That's sad. See if there's new weapons I can buy. Character select shop. Exhibition theater. Wow, there's a lot of unlockables. Interesting. So the weapons, the shop inventory cycles. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, I've been at this for an hour, which I'm surprised at because this is a fighting game and I'm kind of terrible at them, but I gotta admit, this adventure mode, pretty damn addictive. I think I'm gonna be back tomorrow to do more of this, because I'm definitely gonna need more footage for my review, but, so far, I'm a pretty big fan of Soulcalibur 2. Or, at least this mode, anyway. I could do, you know, adventure mode, arcade mode is whatever, but this adventure mode is actually, like, legitimately interesting and really cool. But if you want to see more, follow my Twitch channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can see like 900 videos I've made. All of them awesome, probably. Well, they're okay. And you can check out my Patreon, help support me there, get yourself on the Patreon supporters Discord, and we can talk about how great this game is, because I gotta admit, for a game in a genre I'm not very good at, and I'm not the biggest fan of, but I've got to respect it. I'm trying to warm up to it a little bit more. This game is definitely helping, and holy crap, this game is awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.